स्वरूपकदामेयं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं भगवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांतो राधा कांतो नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी ऋषिभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण
Krishna Krishna Hare
हरे राम
Hare Ram Ram
one last time हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण
हरे
Hare
हरे राम राम राम
Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, very warm welcome to all of you. So, yeah, so we were reading the third chapter, Karma Yoga, and I am thinking today we'll discuss something about Stri Dharma. So, in our Vedic scriptures, there are various types of dharmas. There is Raj Dharma, there is Stri Dharma, and there is within married life also, like what is a Pati Dharma, what is Stri Dharma, all those things are there. So since today only female audience is there, so I'll tell you something about Stri Dharma, and maybe I'll take some examples from scriptures that how you can follow Stri Dharma nicely in your married life. Okay, first we'll read the 19th shloka. So in Karma Yoga, we are reading like there are two types of Karma Yoga, Sakama Karma Yoga and Akama Karma Yoga. So in the initial verses, first 16 verses, Krishna is telling about Sakama Karma Yoga, where we are not completely purified, but we have to continue doing our occupational duty and with a sense of attachment to Krishna, like offering the results to Krishna. Then we can dovetail our propensity, whatever propensity we have to work, we can dovetail that in service of Krishna. And once our that propensity of working is purified, then we become completely Krishna conscious. Then we can do Akama Karma Yoga. So in this stage, we don't need to do any specific occupational duty, but we are totally Krishna conscious. So whatever Guru says, whatever Krishna says, whatever Guru says, that particular occupation becomes our occupation. So on that level, the devotee is acting on Kim Kara platform. So there are two platforms. First platform is Karma Arpadam. Second platform is Kim Kara. In Karma Arpadam, you do arpan of karma, right? So you offer the results of the activity which you are doing to Krishna. And on the Kim Kara platform, whatever service you are given, you will just completely immediately do the service with full bliss and joy and devotion, and you will immediately report it to your authority. Okay, now this service is done. Tell me the next service. Then the authority will give the next service. Then you will do next service, and immediately you will ask for the third service. So this is the Kim Kara platform. Kim Kara, Kim Kara. Every service is complete. Then we say Kim Kara. What next to do? What next to do? So like this is a Kama Karma Yoga. Like whatever Krishna gives, that service I will do. I am not attached to doing a specific kind of service. For example, in our occupational duty also, right? So if we are given some good project where we have to do a lot of development, then we do it very nicely. But if some testing comes along, some QA we have to do, then then we don't want to do. But that is attachment to some kind of work. So if there is no attachment to a particular kind of work, then kim kara? Like even if testing comes, we'll do testing, and even if there is some mentoring, some juniors, then we will do mentoring. If it is a glue in TL only, like we will not be like having any results of that project, but we just have to mentor and act as a glue in TL. Glue in TL means like you will not have any results and you will not be given any credit. You just have to be there and support the team. So if the manager asks that, then you do that. So whatever. So if you are basically, your consciousness is good, you have full trust in your manager, then you will on the Kimkara platform. You will do whatever he asks from you. And that is the platform which we are discussing right now. That a devotee who is feeling so much satisfaction with Krishna within his heart that he can sit anywhere and he can rejoice his relationship with Krishna. He can rejoice his contact with Krishna, the transcendental touch of Krishna. And in the 17th verse purport, Prabhupada is writing, in such a stage, a devotee's occupation is self-illuminated by the grace of the Lord. So he doesn't need to like do a specific kind of thing. Everything will be directed by Krishna. Everything will be indicated by Krishna. Krishna will personally intervene. He will indicate. He will give signals from the super soul. The signals will come that you should do this because this will help you in continuing your devotion. And the occupational duty is also like favorable to Krishna consciousness. So like this, according to scriptures, anukulasya sankalpa pratikulasya varjanam rakshasati iti vishwaso goptritve varnam tatha. So whatever is favorable for cultivating Krishna consciousness, we should do that occupational duty. So according to the scriptures and according to our situation, Krishna will give that intelligence to us from the heart. Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam. So when we worship Krishna with love and affection, immediately Krishna will enlighten our consciousness and he will give the intelligence. This is the right thing to do. Don't worry. Don't be confused. This is the right path. But generally, if our intelligence is not so clear, our mind is not so enlightened, we should take guidance from those whose intelligence is clear, whose mind is enlightened. So that is the recommended thing. So that's what we are discussing. This is the Akama Karma Yoga platform which we are discussing. So we will read the 19th and 20th verse. तस्मादसक्त सततं कार्यं कर्म समाचर असक्तो हि आचरण कर्म परम आपनोति पुरुषः. Thereafter, without being attached to the fruits of activities, one should act as a matter of duty, for by working without attachment, one attains the supreme. I think we read this. We have to read from 21st verse, right? Yadada charati shreshtas. Does anybody remember till which verse we read last time?
Yeah, we have to read 21st.
Okay. यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठस्तत्तदेव तरो जन स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते. So this is very important verse for developing leadership qualities. Whatever action a great man performs, common men follow. And whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. Somebody say something? Can you please share the screen? Okay. So in our company also, like this servant leadership model is followed, and this servant leadership model is coming from scriptures only. So who is a good leader? Can anybody answer this? Who is a good leader? One who is a good servant is a good leader, actually. So you should not think that we are a great leader. We'll control the people we have, but we should act as a servant of those people who are reporting to us. Then we are a good leader. So if you are a good servant, then only you can become a good leader. Otherwise, you will come into proprietorship mentality that this is my area. This person should work according to me. But actually, you should give the person that quota and then let that person work. You should not do micromanagement. Micromanagement should be sufficient. And then we have to understand the nature of that person, the psychophysical needs, the weaknesses and strengths of that person. And according to that, we should give that work. So that is a good leader who understands his circle of influence, and he is acting within this circle of influence. He's not acting outside it. And a good leader is one who can generate spiritual energy and even expand his circle of influence. Because if you have more positive energy, then your circle of influence expands. So this verse is saying that whoever is a good leader, we should follow that leader. Otherwise, if we are not following the right person, then if that person jumps into the well, we will also jump into the well. It's like a bird chap. One sheep is going behind another sheep. So like very long trail of sheep is going one sheep after one sheep, one sheep after one sheep. 1,000 sheep are going in one line. So if the front sheep falls into well, then all 1,000 sheep will fall into well. So that's why we should choose our leader very, very carefully. And in this, generally like Mahajanas. So we should read from scriptures and then follow their examples from the scriptures. Yeah, anybody wants to read? Vidushi, you want to read this report?
Yes, Hare Krishna. Can you scroll a little bit? Yes, thank you. People in general always require a leader who can teach the public by practical behavior. A leader cannot reach the public to stop smoking if he himself smokes. Lord Chaitanya said that a teacher should behave properly before he begins teaching. One who teaches in that way is called Acharya or the ideal teacher. Therefore, a teacher must follow the principles of Shastra to teach the common man. The teacher cannot manufacture rules against the principles of revealed scriptures. The revealed scriptures, like Manu Samhita and similar others, are considered as the standard books to be followed by human society. Thus, the leader's teaching should be based on the principles of such standard Shastras. One who desires to improve himself must follow the standard rules as they are practiced by the great teachers. The Srimad Bhagavad Gita also affirms that one should follow in the footsteps of great devotees, and that is the way of progress on the path of spiritual realization. The king or the executive head of a state, the father, and the school teacher are all considered to be natural leaders of the innocent people in general. All such natural leaders have a great responsibility to their dependents. Therefore, they must be conversant with standard books of moral and spiritual codes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you. Yeah, so basically a teacher cannot teach what he is not able to apply in his own life. So you can give only what you have. You can teach what you are able to apply in your life. So there is a story like Mahatma Gandhi story. Like one time, one lady came to Mahatma Gandhi, taking her son. She told Mahatma Gandhi that since you are a leader and you are a great teacher also, then you should teach my son to give up sweets, because he eats a lot of sweets and that will turn into a lot of diseases, like he might get diabetes. So Mahatma Gandhi said that you come after 1 week. Okay. So that lady came after 1 week, and then Mahatma Gandhi told the son of that lady that you should now give up sweets completely. And then he gave up sweets completely. So the lady asked Mahatma Gandhi, why did you ask me to wait for 1 week? So what did Mahatma Gandhi say? I think you must be knowing this story now.
I left sweets first and then I can teach that child.
Yeah. So previously I was also eating sweets. How can I tell your child to leave the sweets? So first I left myself, and then after 1 week I am teaching your son to leave the sweets. So yeah. So from this we can understand here. Prabhupada is also writing that unless a teacher's, what is he saying? That a teacher must follow the principle of Shastra to teach the common man, right? A teacher should behave properly before he begins teaching. So there are two types of like teaching. One is achar and other is prachar. So you can teach to your own mind also. You can preach to your mind and you can preach to others. So first we should train our mind and then we should train others. So Lord Chaitanya also told the same thing, right? भारत भूमिते होले मनुष्य जन्मेहार मनुष्य जीवन सार्थक करी करे परोपकार. So one who is born in the like holy land of India, he should first perfect his own life. भारत भूमिते होले मनुष्य जन्मेहार जीवन सार्थक करी करे परोपकार. So first you should perfect your own life and then you should help others, because it is very rare to be born in the holy land of India, because all the like people who are born on the land of India, they must have done a lot of spiritual activities in their previous lives. So we are very fortunate that Krishna has given us this opportunity to take birth in India. So we should take full advantage of this opportunity by advancing in Krishna consciousness. And once we have advanced sufficiently, then we can help others also advance. But first we should advance. We should take steps and we should become confident of our relationship with Krishna. And we should have good attraction and taste in hearing, chanting, other spiritual activities. And for that, basically, what should be our conduct? What should be our behavior? Like how we should conduct our lives. For that, we should read scriptures, and we should associate with devotees. As like many people keep asking questions how to deal with this challenge, that challenge. So only thing is like we have to bring more light, bring more positive energy, and that will come by scriptures. So first we should. That's why I'm encouraging you that before entering into household life, you should have comprehensive understanding of Bhagavad Gita. What does scripture say? Like what does scripture say about the consciousness, about the psychophysical nature of a person? What is the aim of life? And then what are spiritual activities, and upon entering household life, what should be the relationship between husband and wife, and how to live our life with a lot of happiness and like lot of joyfulness within the paradigm of scriptures. So all these things should be clear, then we should enter our household life. So, and also like when we think of entering household life, we should search for partners and we should discuss with them. We should give appropriate amount of time, 6 months, where we should tell that what is our priority, what is our goal of life, and who are our friends. We should try to understand each other and try to establish a good understanding beforehand, and then enter. Because like married life is a very big responsibility, staying together and doing a lot of services, because like maintaining the relationship before marriage is easier because you are not staying together, but after marriage it becomes even more austere, because now you are living together, you can see each other's faults, you can see each other's strengths also. So that's why the training is very important. Training in Krishna consciousness, a devotee only sees the good qualities, although faults are there in everybody. Faults are there in me also, in anybody else also, but the important thing is to have a good understanding, that always have an idea of strengths and weaknesses, and then work on those strengths, like capitalize on the strengths, and try to not let the weaknesses come into picture. So slowly when you practice Krishna bhakti, then slowly weaknesses will go actually. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabune Shravadadi Shuddha Chitte Karade Uda. So when the sun rises up, then sun burns up all the dualities, all the contaminations, right? Urine, stool, whatever animals do, everything is dissolved by the power of sunlight. So when Krishna arises, the light of Krishna arises within our heart, then easily all the contaminations, all the purification happens of our subtle mind. So that is what we have to do. Basically, that is the aim of life. That if we can realize who is Krishna, who are we, and how to connect to Krishna, how to harness spiritual energy by connecting with him, by connecting with other devotees who have similar experiences. So then our life will be easier. Then our life will be like, at least we know, because since all of us are in this material world, there will be problems for sure, because this material world is called Dukhalayam Ashashvatam. Dukhalayam means it's a house of miseries, and Ashashvatam means it's a temporary place. Because this life, you are in this body, and this body is temporary. As soon as your time runs out in this body, then you have to go to next body. So it is temporary. And since you have got this material body, there will be some problems also, because depending on the desires and urges of the subtle body and the gross body, you will make some decisions, and depending on that decision, you will face further like consequences. It might be good or bad depending on the type of decision. So this is a place, so that should be the expectation. The problems will be there, but the fact is, like, but the real thing is how to elevate your consciousness in amidst all those problems. Because a real devotee is that who is not disturbed by the problems. Like, it's very easy to maintain Krishna consciousness in an easy situation, in a comfortable situation where you have everything goody goody. But the real challenge comes when the problems are there, then also you are happy, you are blissful, because you are feeling the connect with Krishna. That's what Krishna writes in the 6th chapter also. This verse is there: Yam labdva chaparam lavam manyate nadikam tata yasmin sthito na dukhena guru napi vichalyate. So yam labdva chaparam lavam. So once the devotee gets this transcendental connect with Krishna, he doesn't desire anything else. Like, it's more of an experience kind of thing. I cannot explain it, but once you experience the connect, then only you will understand, because it's very, very personal. Like, you are different from me. The third person is different from the other two. So everybody Krishna treats in that way. Like, all of us are very, very valuable to Krishna. All of us, Krishna wants us to take step towards him, and that's why, like, he's arranging problems. So problems are in general are good also, but you should have a devotional conception, you should have a spiritual conception, then problems are good. Just like Kunti Maharani is saying, Vipada Shantada Shashvat Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru, right? So problems are good in the sense when you know that what to do when problems come. What to do when problems come. Why Kunti Maharani is saying that, give me problems, give me problems? What is, like, is Kunti Maharani a freak? He's a mad girl who is asking for problems from Krishna. Yeah, go ahead, Videsh.
Yeah, probably because when we are in problem, it is when we get very closely attached to God and we seek for forgiveness and whatsoever, right? So is it probably because of that?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to take shelter of God, right?
Mm,
But
mm,
generally, we don't remember God. But when problems are there, then, like, nobody else is there, right? Some problems even parents cannot solve, manager can also not solve, right? Some
mm,
problems are very, very individual, and there is nobody to look up to us. So we have to look up to God only.
yeah.
And yeah, is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah, and actually, scriptures say that that is our business. Like, so we should look up, we should remember Krishna, we should remember Krishna throughout. So if we are not able to remember Krishna, it means that like, those problems will make us remember Krishna. So that is school of hard knocks. But Kunti Maharani is on that level that she knows that problems will intensify her Krishna consciousness, because problems gives a great opportunity to remember the lotus feet of our spiritual master and lotus feet of Krishna. Because after the problem is over, generally it's a play of subtle thing, right? Because as I'm saying that our soul is covered with a subtle mind right now, and when we deal with the problem, when we get frustrated, or when we really, like, pray to Krishna to give us the solution, then our subtle coverings, they are removed. It's like an onion peeling problem. Like, the layers are gone, and then we feel purified, and then we feel higher taste in hearing and chanting. So that is what is there. The gross problems are because of the subtle problems. Like, we are covered right now. That's why those coverings, even in our married life also, whatever misunderstanding happens, it is generally because of the subtle gap which we have. but if we are connected, if we are communicating well, if we are individually also connecting well with Krishna and Guru, we are connected, then there will be no misunderstanding. So like this, we have to bridge that gap, bridge that misunderstanding gap by good communication, good sadhana, good scripture study. Then we will move together. When we are connected, then so birds of same feather flock together. So we will see that magic happening with our family life. If we both are connected and we both are doing good sadhana, we are sharing Krishna conscious realizations with each other. So we'll go together. We'll develop very good high appreciation for each other. We should always express gratitude to each other that today you have done this good thing and this good thing. So that will not create familiarity. Otherwise, if you don't appreciate, if you don't express gratitude, then you become more familiar. Okay, he's there, he's doing something, he's doing it is his job, he is doing. But we should not think like that. We should think, okay, this person is doing his service so nicely. Krishna is giving this opportunity for him to do this service, and he's trying his best. So like this, we should develop appreciation that how this person is engaged in Krishna's service, and that Krishna service might be Maya service also, because Maya is also a servant of Krishna only, right? If we are not serving Krishna directly, we are serving Krishna through Maya. Because if we don't directly serve Krishna, just like when a person is taking his dog for walk, then he's serving his dog. So that is Maya. But indirectly he's serving Krishna only, because Maya is also Krishna's. So like this, basically, either we are directly serving Krishna or we are indirectly serving Krishna. So if somebody is indirectly serving Krishna or serving Maya, then we should be compassionate. Oh, this person, he is lost, he is under the spell of Maya. So like that, we can be compassionate. But still, in those situations also, we can find some good qualities and appreciate in front of those. So these appreciations will bring joyfulness and positive energy in the relationship. And there should be some distance, like husband-wife relationship means there should be distance, because again and again, if you associate, then you will lose, like somebody, you will lose value. So that's why proper distance should be there. Every day, maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So if you are working, then automatically there will be distance. But yeah, higher purpose also should be clear. If husband wife both wants to move together towards Krishna, then it is amazing. Like a common mentor can guide both of them. So like this. Okay. So now we will like discuss something about Stri Dharma also. So any questions till now? Okay, no questions. Yeah, so yeah, I think we have people who are more senior than me and so I would let them speak. So, Mummy, you want to contribute anything towards Sri Dharma?
Hmm. Um, I think you should tell first.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we can take examples from scriptures. So if the husband is a good follower of Krishna consciousness, then it becomes very easy for the female counterpart to follow the husband and just to serve him joyfully. So then the relationship becomes very smooth, because the wife is feeling protected by the association of the husband, and husband understands the wife completely, his material needs, spiritual needs. So it is very easy. And then because husband's foremost duty is to give protection to the wife, protection in the sense in terms of consciousness, materially also he should provide for the basic needs. And the foremost duty of the wife is to be submissive to the husband, because it is said that ultimately the Guru Shishya relationship is going on. Like for us, Prabhupada is the Guru, Prabhupada's disciples are the Guru. And in the household life also, if the husband is very qualified, he can act as a guru for the wife. And even sometimes wife can also provide good counsel to husband. So all these factors are there. But Stri Dharma is basically joyfully serving the husband. So like although husband is not Krishna, husband is not Guru, but still wife will serve husband, and whenever opportunity comes, husband will also serve the wife. So Stri Dharma is mainly that joyfully serving the husband, and whatever it takes to like remain joyful, we should do. We should bring in good resources. We should to remain joyful. We should not depend on the husband for everything. Like we should have other alternative resources also. Like there are ISKCON communities in which you can do services, Sunday school services. There are other devotee Matajis are there who are very well connected to Krishna. So how you can teach to young children. So all those things, like doing service makes us joyful. As we are doing, like associating with devotees, discussing Krishna Katha, that will make us joyful. And if we are joyful, then we can create positive energy in our house, because the Stri Dharma, like the wife is like the Lakshmi of the house. So the wife is the one who makes the uh, a house a home, basically, right? Because house, every cemented place is a house, but the house becomes home only when there is a lady in that house who maintains that place. And it's more than like being a CEO of a company. It's like a CEO of that house, actually. So if you can stay happy in those services, if you can like maintain cleanliness, if you can keep the atmosphere clean of that house, to keep the atmosphere congenial for cultivating Krishna consciousness, that is a great service. Whoever guest also comes to that house, he will be benefited with those good vibrations. So that is the like Stri Dharma. And now then those things come that okay, like our husband is not on the level of that Guru or Prabhupada. So then also should we keep serving? Yes, we should serve, because like in ISKCON Punjabi also one time Bhakti Ashraya Vaishnav Maharaj came. He's a sannyasi disciple of Gopal Krishna Maharaj. One lady asked this same question to Maharaj. Ki Maharaj, should if the wife is practicing, she's a devotee, should she serve the non-devotee husband also? Maharaj said yes, because it is your dharma. You have gotten married with your free will. That I will like when Vivah Yagya takes place, then you take a Saptapadi, where you say that I will not leave the other person, and I will keep serving throughout the life. So that is there. And sometimes there are maybe some things which might trigger us, right? Some bad steps which the spouse might take. So we have to be compassionate, and we have to understand our own psychophysical nature also, that this thing has triggered us. This step which my spouse has taken, because of this step, this thing has triggered in my consciousness, and now I'm feel like crying. So that trigger, we have to take responsibility ourselves, because if something is being triggered in our consciousness by somebody else's step, we can't blame that person. We should first take responsibility of our emotions, and then most important thing is to take guidance and devotee association in this case, because right now both are conditioned. The other person is not at all in Krishna consciousness, so he will do whatever he wants, and something he will do. If he does 100 things, out of 100 things, for sure 10 things will hurt. So how to manage those 10 things? Like that, those things can only be managed only if you like keep good association. And like this married life is also always like it's a blind well, actually. Even Prahlad Maharaj says that Hitvatma Patam Grahamanta Kupam. So it's like a Grahamanta Kupam, like it's a very deep well full of snakes. Because marriage create, like after marriage life you have close intimate physical relationship. So your attachment becomes very strong. So you are not attached to your miseries, but you are attached to the sources of your miseries. Because if you are attached to somebody, then whatever he will do, that will affect you. So the amount of effect is dependent on the amount of consciousness you project on that, right? So it's like a sinusoidal curve. So if suppose you are strung to a ship, right? Ship's anchor is on your collar. It is picking up your collar. So if the ship goes on a sinusoidal curve, then you will also go on the sinusoidal curve, right? So it's like that. If you are attached to somebody, and if that person is going in his own waves, then you will also go with that person, because you are so much attached to that person. So that's why it's very important within married life to to prioritize Krishna consciousness, because in Kali Yuga, like, there is very less support for married life, for actually executing Krishna conscious married life. Actually, we should live in congregations, like at least 3-4 couples come together, they do Krishna Katha together, they discuss each other's life. Because it's not about one family, it's about at least 2-3 families living together who can discuss each other and who can give each other support. So, and ultimately, spiritual master has to come, who, like, everybody has some shelter, and then, like, those people, if they are devotees, they can discuss among themselves. So these are some points I was, which were coming to my mind. And there are examples like Draupadi is there, who used to wake up before their all his husbands, and she used to go to bed after all his husbands. Pandavas, they used to go to bed. So Draupadi was never tired of serving their husbands, and even queens like Satyabhama, they are taking counsel from Draupadi how to be a good wife. So yeah, like Draupadi, she is not expecting anything from his 5 husbands, but like all 5 husbands were of different types, so she was serving in totally different types, 5 husbands. But yeah, like, main good thing is, like, if you serve nicely, then Krishna will like it, and you will understand that actually you will come closer to the spirit soul platform. जीवेरे स्वरूप है कृष्णेर नित्यदास मुक्तेर त्वन्यता रूपम स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थिति. So let us serve. Matlab, if we are falling, if we are feeling something bad, let it be. Maybe that might be something temporary. After 3-4 days, it might go away. But service we should do priority. Ultimately, we are servants. When I got married, before marriage, I and my parents, we met up my spiritual master, and I asked my spiritual master, what is the instruction for me before entering married life. And he told me that like, while you are entering into this married life, you should not think that you enter in a mood of enjoyment or enjoy the other person, but you should think like this, that here is a soul and you are also a soul, and let me see, after entering the married life, how I can help this soul, how I can serve this soul. Individual service and doing services together. So if we enter married life in a mood of service, then it becomes a source of bliss. Because then the entire paradigm changes. Whatever service we are doing, because that is Krishna conscious philosophy, right? That we serve Krishna and we are happy with whatever little Krishna gives. And if we enter married life in that mood, then our married life will be successful. And that's why we have to like, do a lot of contemplation on whom should we choose as our partner, because this is Kali Yuga, right? So even if you choose a devotee also, like, there will be challenges, because it's not easy to like, do good practices within married life, depending on your false ego and other things. Yeah, I think I'll pause here if any questions. Okay, if no questions, then we'll end today. Anything you want to add me here? Whatever I said. Okay, yeah. So the key is this only, that ultimately we have to connect to higher taste, because right now we are stuck in the lower attachments, lower taste. Okay, Hare Krishna. We'll meet next Sunday.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.